the history of his grandfather and father? They was KK members. They own real estate in New York.
How do you know that?
Go Google it.
No, you Google it because obviously your facts are very misconceptive. You have very horrible facts. You come to me with you calling me to lie, so I don't know about to believe that.
In New York when he bought property. That's what his grandfather and his father was KK members.
Okay.
So read the history.
KKK members, you mean not KK members?
They was Klansmen. KKK.
Klansmen, okay.
Who's against your color?
Okay.
Against your skin? Against your people, your ancestors?
I think the Democratic Party founded the KKK, by the way. Just saying.
Wow, what an exchange. Now, I saw this on the internet last week. Somebody sent it to me, and I was like, holy moly. Anyway, it took place in Atlanta, Georgia, about a week ago with a young 16-year-old Trump supporter and a Black Lives Matter activist shouting that Donald Trump is a racist. Anyway, the video footage was apparently shot by InfoWars in Atlanta. You got 16-year-old Trump supporter completely, I would argue, just very calmly dealing with somebody who's so older and so aggressive against this poor kid. And he handled it with such grace and a smile on his face, and his friends were there with him. And it was just beyond impressive. Now, the young man's name is Quay. He and his mother join us now. Also, a friend of his, Brett, who was there, I guess, watching all of this. Quay, what an impressive way you dealt with a pretty confrontational moment in your life. Tell us about it.
So, basically, I went there. I found out that Trump was going to campaign here in Atlanta. So I went down to the Trump rally, and then we encountered some protesters. And so, basically, the protesters, we was in an interview with Fox, and we just did our chant, which was T-R-U-M-P, we're going to Trump Hillary. And then this guy comes out of nowhere and just starts confronting us with, why do we support Trump? And so that's how that debate came along.
Yeah. Now, one of the things that impressed me is usually if somebody gets loud and kind of in your grill, like he got in your grill a little bit, and he's really coming at you with everything he's got, I was really impressed at the way you were able to handle your emotions, handle the situation. You had a smile on your face. You were very smart and forceful in your responses, very well informed. Did you feel nervous at all with this guy coming at you that strong?
Well, I did not feel nervous because I looked at the bigger picture, and I looked at, hey, this is what the liberal media has been doing all along, and I just been able to encounter that firsthand. So I wasn't really nervous at all in such a way. I was confused, but I also knew that the fact that the media has got these liberals' minds shaped this way, that he's a racist. But according to Google, we all know a racist is a person who believes a race is inferior to another race. And Donald Trump does not think that way in any way. He's never come out and said white are the most inferior race. He never said black is or nothing. He just believes in all of us should unite as a country. And so me going against that person, I just thought about that, and I just thought about how he was not informed. So I tried to give him as much information as I could in that stance, but he would not let me talk, as you saw in the video.
Right. Now, let me ask your mom. By the way, I don't have your last name. We're not giving out your last name, so I want to make sure. I don't know what your first name is, Quay's mom. Can you give us a first name? It's Quay also?
Yes.
Oh.
Yes, it is. How you doing?
I'm good. So you guys have the same name? I didn't know that. Now I know why it's written down twice on my sheet. I didn't understand it. Well, now, was your son always into politics? When I was young, my parents constantly would tell me, shut off that radio. Shut it off. I can't stand it. Turn the radio down, because I was listening to talk radio when it was just really in its infancy stage. Has your son, Quay, been that interested in politics like this for a long time?
Yes, for as long as I could remember, when he was smaller and when he could read, he took an interest in it. So he would always, come to me and his dad and try to spark up these conversations. And, with life and everything that's going on, I would just be like, okay, son, okay. But he's always been very passionate about politics and just issues in general.
Yeah. Now, Quay, what got you so interested in politics, and why do you like Mr. Trump?
So what got me interested in politics, like my mom said, I used to always talk to her about it. But so my parents aren't the biggest politics fans, you know what I mean? They're not as big as I am in it. So, but my dad has a heat and air conditioning friend who I go to, and we talk about politics all the time. And we've been talking about politics as long as I can remember. And so as we talk about politics, he's a Republican himself. And so we would just talk about it, and we'll just go at it, and we'll just debate. We just talk about facts. We'll talk about issues like guns and et cetera, ISIS. And so that's basically what, I guess, the engine to how I became politics. And I just go to the mall and stuff and go out and just go.
Now, do a lot of your friends agree with you, or do you end up, debating them on the issue of Donald Trump?
Oh, absolutely not. I do not have many friends that agree with me on Donald Trump. Like, I get called names about it. Nobody understands, why I support him and stuff as much as I explain it. But it goes back into why I support him. I support him based on his education policies, his foreign policies, his immigration policies. I think he's going to make good trades with China. I think he's going to make friends with China. I think he's going to establish a long-lasting relationship with England. I think he's going to keep the fracking business going. I think he's going to bring jobs to Detroit, especially for the auto industry. I think he's going to bring jobs here in Georgia too. Also, I think he's going to produce jobs that we have not had for a while when we get out of college. I'm a person that
what grade are you in, Quay? If you don't mind me asking.
I'm in the 11th grade.
Okay, and you're going into 11th, or are you going into 12th?
I'm going into the 11th.
Okay, and do you know what you want to? How do you do in school? I bet you do really well.
Yes, I do well in school.
Yeah. Hey, Brett, you were there. How long have you been friends with Quay?
Well, we met at the rally.
Oh, so you just met there, and you watched this whole thing go down. What did you think of that?
I thought it was hilarious. Just like the man's attitude towards Quay, I thought was, I want to say that I didn't expect it, but in all seriousness, I kind of did expect him to be kind of childish about it. And Quay handled it very maturely.
Yeah, it was pretty impressive. I mean, when you get to see it, this guy's ranting and raving and in your face and trying to get you to react and bubble and fizz, and you just kept coming back with answers. It was very good. All right, last question. Quay, do you have any interest in going into politics?
Absolutely. That's
really.
My goal.
What do you want to? Do you want to be president one day, or what do you want to do?
I want to go as far as God takes me. I'm a big Christian. I believe in that Jesus has something set out for each and every one of us. I believe that I should be a politician one day. I want to be a president. I want to be a senator. I want to be anything that I can do to help Americans get conservative values. I will.
All right. I really like that. Quay, thank you. Quay's mom, you've got to be so proud of him and how he handled that. And Brett, thank you for sharing your insight, being there. We really appreciate it, you guys.
Thank you.
All right. Thank you. 800-941-SEAN is our toll-free telephone number. Big time AJ, Houston, Texas.
That is what you call suave, baby. Suave. Go on, little fella. Go on. He could. Man, I was just, man, I can't even get it out. I'm sounding like Obama now. I can't get it out, Sean. That young man, oh, my God. Hey, the youth, see, we still got some youth out there that's got it, baby. We still got some out there. All of them ain't done. Hey, Sean, that young man, the parents ought to be proud of him. That guy couldn't come up with no answers. That young man just took him down like a bad habit. I mean, it was so sweet to see what that young man did. Lord, and he got God on the mind as well. Love that young man, baby. Hey, Sean, and we, right quick, Republicans, y'all better get on board, because we out here mad as heck at y'all. Y'all ain't fighting. You ain't doing nothing. And we trying to tell you, idiots, and you still want to backstab us. You backstabbed us once. We ain't taking no more backstabbing big time, Sean. Hey, they better wake up and smell the coffee, baby. Love that young man, baby. Go on, Big Quay.